Shabba opened the door for every dancehall DJ we used to get on the international platform. That is of more value than Shabba doing 10 collaboration with 10 dancehall artists in Jamaica. That's the Shabba opened the door and was competing with Lionel Richie and the Commodores and all of these people. He was performing in Madison Square Gardens and these things. You understand me? That is where we want to take the music.
Which part it there? Seetyah, don't kill no more. Don't kill no more. Tired to see dead body lay down on the floor. Greetings for your advice. When you see the image, you don't know so unique one scene. Yeah man, I represent for Sita Entertainment. Maddest Entertainment worldwide, global. You understand? You can check out Sita Entertainment on Facebook. Check them out on YouTube. You can also follow them on Instagram. You understand what I say? Yeah man, Sita Entertainment is where entertainment live. Seen?
If you haven't already done so, follow us on Instagram. Remember to give this video a like. To be a part of the Seetyah squad, subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you will get our latest video updates.
As a youth, I grew up in the Jamaican dancehall space, you know, been through the pits, the potholes and all of that, trying to be an artist, realizing that I don't need to be an artist, I just want to be a part of the business because I have a love for the music. So instead of giving up, I just adjusted my ambitions. And you put the time in to learn, you know. You just don't see the glamour. You go on the inside and see the engine, how it works, just the tools and how it's made up and how to pull it apart and put it together and learn and work your way up. And that's what I did. I watched people who I started out with soar past me and reach them goals. But I had to hold my tunnel vision because every day in an entertainment business, working in a studio, was better than hanging out on the street side with my cousin them.
Why this?
Because I felt that I was being a disappointment to myself. Growing up with nothing, you have an aspiration, you dream. You started out from dream. I used to dream a lot. I used to look forward to going to sleep for dream. Because it can't be anything in a dream. You understand me? So when you have these dreams now and you see yourself in a particular manner and so forth, you want it to become a reality. But when you realize that now you're just stuck on the street corner and days passing, you say to yourself, yo, really this me I getting up because you see some big man where them just have the thing and roll up every day and big man. And you say, well, your life there. I mean, I want to be like that, you know? So each day within that studio, not really earning but learning was a step forward for me. I did appreciate it. Yeah. You know? So it motivated me to hold the focus. Because when I got that title of being an engineer in this musical space, I was probably the youngest recording engineer at the time, probably 17.
Okay.
In a studio working with Cobra and all of these artists, but very young, fresh out of high school. So I wore that like it was the best thing in the world. One pair of shoes I have me, I work day and night. Now I make no money, but I'm glad to be an engineer. A title, that's my first title.
Okay, so you were, the first thing was a title. So I thought you said you started as an artist.
I tried to be an artist. I used to roll with Bensley Hype and Rascassa at the name. Innocent Crew, yes. Him actually bring me to the first studio that I started working. Big up Bensley Hype for that, you know. And Norrisman, we used to roll together, you know. So while we roll together up in the streets and I do the school barbecue them and the native like DJ, I just did it. And then I start DJ and I start go to the studio now, but I realize my voice never mature yet. See? So everybody I get the accolades.
Your voice was sound squeaky?
Yeah, because I'm not like no when you can DJ up in your nasal and no, but other style around the place now, where man can sit down on a stool. Yeah. Remember when Cartel?
Like intense.
Yeah, hey man, you want to hear Cartel do it a while ago?
Yeah.
A Cartel started something, him and Tommy and Ray, you understand me? And it is now the biggest thing. The big voice artists, them nowadays, I feel kind of try adjust them method and don't be so aggressive on the rhythm them, you understand me? Because the youth them now, them sound like youths.
Okay.
So at the time I was really trying to emulate the big voice, because you have to have a sound them days in order to be a successful artist. Nobody without a sound now bust them time.
And what time stamp are we talking about?
You're talking about late 90s, 1998,
Okay.
right? 98.
So
exactly.
those was the Bounty Killer era and the Merciless.
All right,
the big vibes
yeah,
then.
Beanie the Bounty, the Cobra still,
Yeah.
you know what I say? And then you have everybody over there, so Elephant, everybody have a sound.
So you couldn't make it in that.
No, I mean, no sound.
So-
No care my lyrics bad, I mean, no voice.
Did you actually have a recorded song that's out now?
Not even one voice, not even one person record me. I not even get to a stage if somebody record me.
All right,
When
so-
Butcher just built him studio, I'm going to go do an audition. I like a short engineer named Stumpy, me hate him.
No,
I say, yo, go on side, you're already in. You know?
Yeah.
But you take them something with stride, because you have the love. You know?
So I
But,
got.
but 1 second. But Skatta, you say you hate Stumpy. I don't know you don't mean it.
I'm a
literally.
virgin, man. I'm a virgin.
But you see you do it on Kings of Queen, because
Yes.
you tell enough of them say, boy,
Yeah.
go start all farming and them something.
I want to tell you, say, the best thing you can do for your person is be totally honest with them where their talent is concerned. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are wasting their lives in this music industry. I'm not saying you're supposed to be done with music, but you can find another faction in the industry for participate in. You understand me?
Yeah.
And everybody need to be a DJ. You can be a road manager, you can be an engineer, you can be a producer, you can be a songwriter.
They are selected
You
too.
can be a last DJ, exactly. You see me I deal it. So it's just people who educate themselves about the path. You want to be an entertainer, or you want to be in the business of entertainment.
Okay. Your journey.
Yes.
You decided to be the engineer that you are today.
Yes.
So obviously, you had the production side. Because at one point, you were affiliated with Cartel.
I wouldn't say affiliated. I just know that me and him did see eye to eye where music is concerned and the journey. Because him is a youth I come from, and him look for me as a youth I try to. So anytime I reach out, him always give me the ratings and come record and give me an energy.
Alright.
Give me a
First
strength.
big we get where you to break the ground for you was what really?
The first song that I produced that did something for me was Norrisman. Persistence is to try. Oh, this was his time. Joy is the way to learn. Yeah.
I didn't know that song is your song.
Yes. Me and Norrisman produced that song.
Yeah.
We actually that suffer them time. Me and Norrisman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing go on and Norris is a spiritual youth.
Yeah.
Very spiritual artist. That me like with him. So him the things them we must sing about is be a studio where I sleep on ground them time there, on concrete and box and them something there. But we have a studio.
Talk to the microphone.
Yeah, we are sleep a studio.
Yeah.
On concrete them days there. But we have a studio for work out and our studio but my work there. So the artists they're there with me and we there live. You understand me? So we have this studio. Sometimes we can't even eat lunch, nothing, but we have a studio.
But hold on there, like more and clarify it because we don't know the business changed.
Yes.
You used to be one of the men who used to have to sweep up a studio yard at some point in your career before you get that breakout chance to like start engineering and do that bit.
You have to do everything. Because it was a studio that, it was the first digital studio in Jamaica. It's called Celestial Sounds. Right?
Okay.
And I went there as a DJ. I did the audition and the virgin never paid me no mind. I'm in the studio with my art in my hand and I say, yo, come like, I'm not going to make it in the music. But him did have this big 60 channel Amic Hendrix board.
Yeah.
It's a digital board with flying faders and everything. It looked like a spaceship, you know? I mean, I said, I wonder if I can learn that board there. So I talk to myself, you know? I mean, I say, you know, so I'm going to try to learn that board there. So I decide I'm going to be a fly on the wall. Okay. Nobody know how youth in them studio crowd up the place, you know? You're not even just good them time there. So I just find one like a corner and tuck in at the corner. I'm dead there.
And I watch what I
Yeah, I'm kind of learn to see when I turn up and push up the faders and the little things and when I memorize them, you know. And them see say I want to learn still, because you see as a youth coming up, when people see say you want to learn, them give you the opportunity. Don't go there go farm full. Focus. You know, they might eat them lunch, no look upon them lunch. And it could have smelled good a little more. Cock your nose one side. And focus.
So when was the break that you decided, alright, he will give you a chance now? What happened?
Well, what happened was he was supposed to do some work with Mad Cobra, the owner for the studio, Steven Ventura. Cobra, they just get signed. I think probably to Epic Records, I'm not sure. But remember, I'm the Flex and then him the Flintstones.
Yeah.
And then get a big deal, you know. So Cobra touch back Jamaica now and man. So Cobra say I'm going to help back him fellow artist them, so him say him going to start him label, I think it named Brixton, whatever, you understand me? Yeah. So him come up at the studio now and said, the studio is nice and pretty more work here, so. But the bridging now never know, say I want terrible workload Cobra come with because the whole industry follow Cobra them time there.
Okay.
You talk about Macadam Man, Predator, Elephant Man, Toddler, Simpleton, every DJ you could have think of.
Cobra the man.
Yeah. So when the first day Cobra work, the place full. So the man work all the entire the next day and put in about 20 minutes and say me soon come and disappear. So the man there and Cobra there cuss and say, I say, I can't go and record them still, you know. And I call Steve and I say, Steve, I'm going to start recording them. Don't worry about it, man. I know how to record them. And he say, you sure? I say, yeah, man. And I'm surprised me did about 8 hours I record people and I change tape and I record. Some of them don't record good. But them time there, the DJ, them days there, for show you how versatile them be, them not take much producing because them know key. If it's one thing them know them days, them know key and them know the timing, which time for jump on the rhythm or whatever. Yeah. So your job kind of easier, you know? Yeah. So I end up I record about 30 songs in the first week. And that's how you learn the hard way and I come through the channels and, you know, them amongst the hardcore faction in the dancehall and just some start fitting.
Okay. So you fit in a dancer, you realize that this is the crowd, this is the fashion now.
Yes.
So you decide to know production is your game.
Yes.
What was the most influential track that you did? You said the Norrisman, after the Norrisman, because I've seen.
Yeah. Well, I don't play the effects of that song because that song there is up to today. I can listen to that song there and stay focused and hold back my focus. Based on the Journey is a very, very powerful song. You know, and Norrisman know that too. You know?
But I thought Coolie Dance was yours. Coolie Dance.
Yeah.
But before Coolie Dance, the rhythm what done it all for me.
Yeah.
Martial arts.
I want to tell you, say, I never build martial arts with it. Left side build martial arts with it.
Yeah.
I only
never know that.
Yeah, I only tweaked it, and then I tell you, I give you a funny story. I wasn't going to put out that rhythm. I was going to put out another rhythm where Lexus step and go pick in a old man again. That rhythm them I never put out. See?
Okay.
But Sizzla, one morning, I go up at Sizzla yard because I want him to record a song for me. And at the first I see Sizzla locks because I go down on the liquor river where him there. So them say I don't know him there and him locks out and him wash him face. And I say, wow, God, where are you so early? I say, yo, you know, say, just song more one Sunday morning. See, you know, and Sizzla say, all right, go to the studio, I soon come. And Sizzla, I go to the studio and set up the rhythm. The rhythm, I never expect to get a big song on it, but I set it up. And Sizzla say, I reach now, I'm go downstairs. And Sizzla left him 4 car door open with 2 bubble. And him and 3 other bubble come upstairs. See him? Man say, you ready? And I say, yeah man, I'm going to play the rhythm for him about 20 seconds. And I say, okay, yeah man, I'm ready, what me do? To the voicing room and I'm going there. And I tell you this, I press record. And Sizzla DJ martial arts, karate, song from start to finish, non-stop.
I hear a similar thing about Capleton. I hear a similar thing about Capleton. Say, yo, make a little Belgian, you know, one go.
Yeah, man.
Alright. Nowadays, to know,
yeah,
what is your experience with the younger artists voicing a song? Is their talent up to par or is different?
It's different. I wouldn't say it's up to par because when you listen, there's 2 ways of listening to new music that's coming out now. The right way to listen it is to forget about what you know and forget about where you're coming from.
So how you do that now?
Because you have to tell yourself, say, yo, all right, this is not something with me like, but let me see, look at it from their perspective. Because I used to hit out against the dancehall track. I still hit out against it. But what I have now is an understanding of the youth them I do with them. No. So when I am listening to a Skeng or Joshy them and them youth them now, I forget about what me know. I'm just listen to words them what them I say. And then kind of leave them truth in the song. Them I think about the things them what them I live.
So isn't that a derailment of dancehall per se?
But hold on, Derek. I think Skatta, at the moment you're being a bit hypocritical because when dancehall music changed, like a slight change from the 90s, you was a part of that wave of producer who changed the sound.
Yeah.
So would you not call yourself hypocritical to say hit out against the trap dancehall to the thing now?
Of course, because really and truly, I am not saying because I am accepting what the youths are doing that what they are doing is going to help the industry. or the culture. Because when dancehall did make that change into boop and so forth, a lot of the elders them was against it. But it never take 10 years for the boop find an international platform and spread its wings and start carry the Jamaica on it back. You understand me? Right away, Shabba them broke through the gate. Ninja man them toured down Japan and all the crazy things and all the boop carry them with it.
Yeah.
Dancehall trap has been on the scene for over from I mean not nice and cartel started. Not nice and cartel Stephen.
Pretty much 12 to 13 years.
More man, probably
about
about 15 years.
Yeah, probably not that rate.
Okay, so tell me the biggest song out of Jamaica in that genre.
But at that point, it wasn't recognized as anything different. They just say you have a different sound because you have to understand between that time of music.
Okay, so alright, cut it down then. 8 years.
8 years. The last 8 years, the biggest
That's
song.
2013. From 2013 to now.
You know what of them stop a man they do?
Cartel.
Which one? One of the biggest songs, because I made that in a comment today, one of the biggest songs Cartel did from then till now. It's not a dancehall chop, even though I'm dabbling in a dancehall chop, it's a hardcore dancehall song, Fever.
Yeah,
Thank
Fever.
you.
Fever.
Hardcore dancehall song, Stephen.
Yeah.
I mean TJ.
TJ.
You understand me? And even TJ, dirty TJ there now, my friend now, and him responsible for the sound, you know, because remember one of the biggest songs them, we bust out of Jamaica, we start, that's something, you know. Don't forget that G-Wiz in my life soon start out, you know.
Okay. Alright, I know you're a gatekeeper. Me have to ask you. Alright, so the gatekeeper thing cut out now.
Yes.
Let me answer this question. In terms of weight to weight power
Yes.
of songs internationally,
Yeah.
we see a lot of people is saying coffee song, toast, and people start to compare it with Charlie Black song, Party Animal.
Yeah.
Which one of them to you have bigger weight internationally, pound for pound?
I still have to go with Charlie Blacks because when you influence the Asian community, right? That's the reggaeton Latino yeah. You can't. It's very hard to beat that because millions of people. Millions of people. I had an influence on it. When Pitbull jump and Cool It Dance with him, that was one of Pitbull's starting out song, Little John.
Okay.
That's true. And I get the checks and where the royalties is concerned from that community. Not normal. It is wonderful. It's sweet. You know? So, yeah. You know, just like how I want to go and dabble in the what is the music called Africa? Afrobeats now, yeah, because the streaming and stuff and that's supposed to be superb.
Because
you know?
I think the dancehall community in terms of producer artists, everybody was always thinking small-minded.
Yes.
Was thinking Jamaica, America, England.
And that's the thing with dancehall trap producers now. They're living a dream because they're making some money. They're not dealing with record labels anymore. They're setting up on their own platforms and they're getting their checks probably every 3 months.
Yeah.
So they're happy. But it's like with the crime and the violence in Jamaica now, it goes hand in hand with the music. The youth them not know that there's a bigger life outside of Jamaica. Worse is the corona's come out for the last 2 years and it's on lockdown and so much artists are break out, but them not really break out. Because them not go up on a plane and travel to the next continent and see the so them in a box now and swear said this is what it sums up to. This is all it is.
Skatta.
So you know,
as according to the introduction, I want you to give us because most people who hear about producing and who's a producer, can you just break it down for me and tell the listeners what does a producer do?
Well, nowadays, I don't think that it kind of changed these days because your technology allows somebody to produce a song remotely. You can email an artist already, and the artist go in his home studio and write anything in feel, and as long as it is on key, or even if it's not on key, you can use technology and put it on key, and you just mix it down and you do the little effects them with the sound effects within the Pro Tools or whatever mechanism you use, and fix it up and you release it yourself. There's no gatekeeping where that is concerned. So any man can get up tomorrow and say he's a producer.
Because me want producer song now, I don't really know for the
Sorry for you.
So this masterclass is also for me as well.
Anybody can get up and say they're a producer. So even anybody can get up and say them is an artist. I have to correct somebody the other day because there's a few social media influencers turn artists, and then when them I introduce them, recording dancehall artists, and I said, listen, stop. You need to say aspiring artists, because it is a slap in the face to people who put in the real work and garner the accolades them. For somebody just wake up tomorrow and say I'm an artist, and you have to compare them and they are being introduced the same way. I could never get up tomorrow and say I'm a doctor. I being him and the only person do it, but him can explain it in a song in a versatile way why he is the doctor. You know what I say? Yeah. But for somebody to get up and say them is a producer, and boy, I just feel small all of a sudden, because I say I did waste so much years before me accept the title as a producer. I should have just wake up out of high school and say he's a producer then.
But hold on, Skatta. We understand, say, technology have improved so much between from you start out in music till now.
Yeah.
Because let me just talk about something I know good. Selecting. Back in the days, you selected from Jamaica to here.
Yes.
Them have to carry them record box and a bag of things.
An approach thing,
In the early days, them use some sound like stone of them, they have to ship them speakers and stuff from a foreign.
Yeah.
Till them think they stop.
Yes.
Them start higher sound of foreign. Them start have two set of record box. So one with them fly out with, one with their Jamaica and the sound. Till the pouch thing come in, smaller and more compact. Everything
and
can
then
work
come drive.
And then laptop thing forward. Man just want him laptop bag and everybody turn selector. Then you have, and in that point in Jamaica, you have the fluctuation of DJ in the market. Everybody wants on DJ.
Because I'm enough to own a sound to be a DJ.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we have the thing. It's easy to write a song. It's easy to produce a song.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to say them a producer and artist.
Yes.
We cannot. No, me for instance, I cannot disrespect them because
no.
I know nothing about the producing. I'm not coming from down your road. But me have to ask this a question, you know, because it's leading up to this. You think these nowadays artists and producer, do you think the business nowadays for them, is it lucrative?
Yes. Yeah.
More than back in the days?
Yes.
Artists have told me I sell laptop and
the reason why it is more lucrative than back in the day, because it's all about numbers now. It's not about how good the song is. Somebody can get up tomorrow and bleach them face, bore them nose, tattoo up them skin, do something crazy, sing a song about it, put it online, and the internet eat it up. If it get eaten up on YouTube, you get paid. If you turn it in a song and you put it on Spotify, all of those platforms, you get paid. And then you think of another craft to pull off, and you keep getting paid.
Yeah, but me have to ask this. What about the long term?
No one is thinking about that. It is a reflection of what's going on now. There's a ton of artists that is breaking ground in Jamaica. But after 6, 8, 9 months, somebody come and replace them, and that person is stuck where they started. So no one is evolving and going past the airport, as I said.
But Skatta, me that talk about the money part of the long term thing. Me know like all the system set up in the record deal thing. Like you make a song, you get a little royalty, then if you write, you know the credits there. How is it set up on Spotify and those things? Because I know you're a producer, with artists, the back office bit of it. Is it lucrative now than then to go sign with a big label? Or it's better to just do your own thing and put your songs on YouTube or Spotify and just do it that way?
It has been such a long while that any dancehall artist has been signed to a major label and gain any accolades based on that, so people forget about that aspect of the music. Of course, we had Shensia now.
Coffee.
And we have Shensia and we have Coffee and we have Jada, right? 3 females. And people still not realizing that these females are kind of the one changing the game back to artists being acknowledged by a major label. They're all on superior platforms. And believe it or not, while the labels rely on the artists who have the traction in social media and the following, but the labels, what they do, they have the roadmap to take you to the big concerts. For instance, dancehall problem is, when you get booked for a show, you get booked and you stand up in front of 300 or 400 people. But a label like a Sony or a Republic, who's aligned with Live Nation, who have produced the biggest concerts in the world, they can put you in front of 200,000 people chanting your name and they don't have to know your songs. Understand me? For instance, the minute you see Seetyah get signed the other day, you saw her in front of the biggest, in a couple of the biggest festivals. You understand me? No, all of those people didn't buy a ticket to come and see Seetyah, but there's like 10 other top artists on it, and the label said, okay, she signed to us, put her on the bill. And she get to showcase her talent.
Similar like what you and Joe Bagdanovic done for Reggae Sons, like I see maybe a year or so ago you guys signed Fully Bad.
Yes.
And then
we never sign him. It's me just get up and say me I do a song with him.
Whatever the situation going, I see like few years before that I see a couple of the artists was on you guys' wings and we see a little change and improvement in their life then. After the label dropped them or the connection, nothing. Yeah.
The thing is, the mindset of the youths them now, it is different from, okay, for instance, when a certain artist come the other day and say, Shabba and this man and never do nothing for the youth in the music. You can't cuss the youth, because...
But that's what I was going to get to.
Yeah.
Because I wanted your insight on that.
You can't blame the youth because them only speak about what they know and what they see. They don't know what contribution to the culture is. Shabba opened the door for every dancehall DJ we see get on the international platform. That is of more value than Shabba doing 10 collaboration with 10 dancehall artists in Jamaica. That's it. Shabba opened the door and was competing with Lionel Richie and the Commodores and all of these people. He was performing in Madison Square Gardens and these things. You understand me? That is where we want to take the music.
But that came from being signed, right?
It don't come from being signed. It come from being disciplined. Because a lot of artists get signed and them fail on that platform as well. For instance, Jamaicans are known to not be disciplined because dancehall is a hardcore thing where it don't have much structure and it don't have much discipline in terms of management and rules. So a lot of them bring that attitude to the international table. So when they're entering a room and they're working with labels, they don't work with guidelines and restrictions. If them say, you need to do 10 free shows, but these are promotional shows, and it have to put here. So I'm never say, but me can go back to Jamaica and get booked for 2 shows and me make $20 million. Why am I going to do 10 free shows? You're crazy? You understand me? Them now do the maths and say, okay, well, this I go carry me and open me up to a new audience. And this is what I want, because the Jamaica and the diaspora in the dancehall is just a drop in the bucket. I want to open up to the world, millions of people. And I just say, if you think on an international aspect, say, okay, put aside the earnings and put in the work. So the discipline that is needed for our artists to reach where they need to reach, them not have it. And when you see the man, they make the sacrifice and garner that, like a Shaggy and a Sean Paul.
No. Those are a total different scenario. Because, hold on, we see so much different circumstances. We see artists and stick their hand out and their hand has been badly burned because we see them do a whole for free show, them have big song, but yet still in them age, they're broker than me and you.
Well,
so things like that, we realize that.
But what artists do with them earnings, that's different from
some of the time, when artists tell like what they get from the song what they have and what the record label get, you're like, boy, who sign to
no, but a lot of artists sign terrible record deals at the same time. For instance, a TLC. Yeah. TLC sold 10 million records, but they were poor. They never have no money. But you sell 10 million album. No money, but it's a stupid label deal. It's a stupid deal them sign. And furthermore, when a label put you in limousines and put you in the biggest penthouse and make you have all of these wonderful things, these are tab.
We have to talk about this because you are in this business. We know how it go. You sign an artist, you say it's good enough. You sign into your label, whatever. Say you don't understand how the record deal go because we know most Jamaican artists are ghetto youth are rural Jamaican coming from the rural side, so they're not, what you call it, educated in the uptown side, tents away. So they sign the deal now. You tell them, say, boy, this amount of deal, you offer them to buy them one Benz or
no, you give them an advance and them go buy a Benz.
You give them an advance and them go buy a Benz because them think them will make some money on whatever the song will make. That's all about knowledge, and I think someone like you, who know the business, we have so much opinion in dancehall and so much influence, should really do some Q&A and really sit them down and talk about these things because some of the time we discuss the wrong thing about in dancehall because nobody sit down and talk about the business, the inside and the outside of dancehall and how to manage yourself. We're talking about doing this and from getting from point A to B, but none of us talking about how to get there and so because
or to sustain and to stay there and go further because the worst thing you can do, is to break and be so popular. Everybody know you. And then 2 years after that, you're still popular and everybody know you, but you're broke. So you dip on the road, stand up I wait for a taxi or a bus, and them I look for you and say, now you was the man the other day. That's the worst thing in the world.
But that comes from poor management.
It comes from lack of knowledge of money management skills, as you say, because if the money are coming in, if it come in quick, it disappears faster. I have been down that part. I made a ton of money. I made some stupidness. But I did good things as well. I invested back in a lot of youths in the music, and even though the returns never come back, but I'm glad to see the careers are sourcing me, because at least I know say this is a part of that, and I am stamped to that then. You know what I say? It's a part of my legacy.
Funny you said that.
Yeah.
We're not going to stay on it too long, because obviously I don't know if it's resolved or what. The situation between you and Cargo, has it been resolved or has it been...
I don't think me and Cartel have... Cargo. I don't think me and Cargo did have a situation, because I was working with Down Sound. I've been working with Down Sound, and Cargo was signed to Down Sound for a moment. Yeah. It never come to no great fruition. I know Cargo say what I have to say, I mean say what I have to say. I forget about that. I don't think it needs to be resolved, because I never bust Cargo, you know? I was there to try to take it to another level. It never worked out. So I don't leave broken-hearted.
Okay.
You don't leave and say, why am I waste my time, or you know, feel no way, you know. It is an amicable disassociation. Yeah.
Okay, so are you still a part of Down Sound?
Yes.
Oh, you're still a part of Down Sound. So we know you're a part of the management team for Diani and a few other artists. So what's new for Down Sound record, otherwise from Sting, and when can...
Sunfest.
We can see a Sunfest, sorry about Sting, When can we see a Sunfest, because we know the COVID restriction and things.
We're definitely planning for Sunfest 2022. We can't sit out another year.
Okay.
Definitely can't, because you have technicians, you have people who do a vast amount of work on this project, and they look forward to that time of year and that salary, and it has been vacant for 2 years now. And a lot of people are out of work. So we need to put back people to work. And we have to go find a way to work with the government to make this thing happen. I mean, if Florida can be open for the last year and a half and kill it with shows, we can find a way to do a festival in Jamaica and put some things in place and make it work, because, I mean, we are about just getting progress. We're not about trying to break in the rules, but the entertainment industry needs to be open on a structured basis, because no matter how them shut down or lock down the country, people still are going to party in Jamaica. You understand me? And them are do it and them are do what them have to do. So let the people who want to do it legally and properly, give them a chance to make it work. You know?
Because we see we have so much measurement that they could implement, like the lateral flow tests and things like that, what they're doing here to go to various different parties. Let somebody purchase it. I don't think it will cost more than 1,000.
The thing is to implement these measures it takes resources. And if you look at the landscape where festivals is concerned in Jamaica, there are dime a dozen now. How much festival there in Jamaica? Probably 2 or 3. Rebel Salute and
Sunfest.
And Sunfest, you know. So there's not many people you can turn to. Because, for instance, this year them chastised Dream Weekend the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, whether it contributed to the spike or whatever, but the entertainment sector is suffering, and that was needed. All of these things are needed, because every other faction of society is open and people are getting the chance to earn, you know. The man them will make the rules and the laws said this can work, they are getting paid, you know, to make the rules against us. Yeah. So how we earn, how we make a living?
You say that for me to say this. We realize a lot of the Jamaican events are moving abroad. They're moving to Miami, New York, Georgia and stuff like that.
Can't blame them.
If the government decides to implement a stringent rule this summer for Sunfest, would you guys rule out moving Sunfest abroad for 1 year?
There's not ruling. We have already been having these conversations. And Joe, said, no, let's wait. Let's try again next year and whatever. The reason why, because his loyalty is to the culture and not to making the money wherever the show go. It is to sustain the festival in Jamaica where it started, to bring tourists to the country, to heighten the economy and do a lot for the country. It's going to be a last resort to remove it and take it somewhere else, and that is going to happen only if we have to save the brand, you know. But I think we are committed to Jamaica and the landscape and doing whatever is necessary to put measures in place to let this thing go through.
Do you believe, say, a certain part of our culture. It's been repackaged and sold back to us in Jamaica because we realize a lot of things.
That has been happening from the dawn of time, man.
No, but now it's just evidence, say, like, it just repackaged and sell back to us. Like,
well, the thing is, you realize that Jamaica is the manufacturing plant for sports and music, but the infrastructure for sports and music is the worst in the world. It no better than the prison system and the hospitals and the schools. Just take it. Jamaica have the best teachers. Jamaica have the best teachers, the best doctors. You understand me? But the infrastructure is not there. It means the people who we put in place to build the structure of this country, they don't see education as number one priority. They don't see the nurses them as a number one priority, nor the teachers them, because the teachers are exporting themselves out of Jamaica now, go work and get better treatment. And they don't see music and sports as a number one factor. The IMF, Chinese, and all of these entities now that can give you some little whatever endeavors are, those are the stuff that get preference, you know. Not what Jamaica has to offer on an organic basis. We don't delve into what can we sell from this country. We are going to bring back something because music is... We have the most influential artist in the world, Bob Marley. But it is left to the Bob Marley family to market Bob Marley. Jamaica don't find a way of eat a food after that, you know? Yeah. We're not Dennis Brown, nobody. Usain Bolt, please, you know? So what will I do?
Do you think like producer like you and many more and a lot of record labels in Jamaica oversee a lot of other different platforms, because realize we have a lot of DJ service over here where you pay a little subscription and get your music then before the release and thing.
Yes.
We have nothing like that in Jamaica.
Our
music.
They have the jams and they have a few entities that is doing...
That collect the money?
Yeah, they are doing collections.
I'm talking about a site that you guys set up with DJ and people who consume music, like play soft music. Could go get the songs and you pay a subscription amount on like Netflix.
Because we should
could download a few versions of the songs.
I always wonder why the phone companies don't offer a streaming service like that, you know.
This is not down to digital. This is down to players like you and Joe Bogdanovich and people who have deep pockets. I shall say to create a service like this.
And
the Ramesh of Jamaica and people like that.
Well, when Jay-Z get up and say he must start what, Tidal?
Tidal, yes.
No, we cannot wait on Jay-Z
because it's an example. It's an example. He took the initiative.
No, hip-hop community has had this service for years. Right now, Rick, when I download hip-hop song, I can download in 15 different versions.
But, as you're stating, a player in the hip-hop industry has a foot in that industry. It is not left to some other businessmen. Jay-Z has one of the main platforms in that. So you know, it a feedback somebody from the...
I was talking, this was here before Tidal and these streaming platforms.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about streaming. Somewhere you can download the actual MP3 format song. You could have this song for yourself as a DJ. Because remember, streaming won't do me any good as a DJ.
Because you can't have a song. Yeah.
So I'm talking about places like that. Places
well,
where
there is the other one. There's another one in Jamaica right now. I don't remember the name, but Diane have him think on it too.
Yeah.
You know it, man.
Dancehall Arena.
Yeah.
No, man. What name? Just like Tidal, there, man, but it's kind of more.
We don't know it on this side.
London, really no. Sorry.
Exactly.
There's one that is there already, but I don't really see us try getting on top of that because you can't be Tidal them and whatever.
No. Why I'm saying it is really bad because some of the time you cannot get the clean version for most of these songs because it's only the raw version is uploaded on a lot of these platforms. Yeah. And as a DJ, you're going out to different places. Even me just like play the raw song everywhere. But certain places you have to adjust and get the clean version.
So you say you need a platform that is there where the tangible song can be downloaded.
You could get the instrumental.
Well, there you go. Maybe we need to think about that.
You could get the vocals and stuff like that because we do have a lot of talented people who can make remixes and stuff. And we see it happen so much time over here. Perfect example for site over here, like DJ City, producer, and we see like how they do our music over there. You have reggae, but it's combined with Afro music and soca and everything.
Other stuff.
So it's kind of misrepresenting because we're not getting the music up to date.
Yeah.
Like everything on its own.
Lord God said audio man. But anyway, let's bring it back home to UK. Right? They are UK for almost a week now.
Yeah.
Who you see in the UK? So what have you seen so far? Who's standing out?
Artist wise?
Artist wise.
I've only you see the shows that we've done so far is only Diani's build on them, and I don't go out again.
Right.
So Diani alone, Mr. so far.
Alright, I give some real artist name over here.
Yes.
A serious potential.
Yes.
One of the lighters, a Lord God, bad artist.
Yes.
Shanty Force. Because what I let me rephrase the question. What do you think that the UK artist needs to do to get more of a looking into dancehall? Rather than going to Jamaica, what do you think that they need to do as a dancehall artist living here in the UK? Because I find that they have it very hard and very
You know what? I have known a few artists here that have been trying for a very long time. UK artists don't have it so bad because I remember in the early 2000s, a lot of them were being signed up because you did have a Sony UK, you did have a Dada UK labels, and they were all being signed and getting paid, you know. So I don't see them having it as hard, but what they want now is to flourish in the dancehall arena.
Dancehall space, not the UK dancehall itself.
Yeah, and that is really challenging now because first thing, the time zone, different. So for them to have any type of collaborative effort online with what's going on in Jamaica, it's hard. Because, for instance, you have to connect with the yard. I can't agree with that. The reason why I say you have to connect with the yard, because, for instance, if you bring a yard artist come to the UK, he's bound to get real support from the UK crowd.
No,
bring a UK artist go to Jamaica, does it make you get that type of love there? No. Because it's a total separation, bro. No one in Jamaica acknowledge the UK artists.
Alright.
Any real way.
Got a perfect example. Stylogy, right?
What Stylogy?
Hold on.
Come on, Jamaica.
Stylogy building name. But in terms of UK artists, because like you cannot hide talent no matter where you go.
Bro, Stylogy didn't live at Jamaica one day. I mean, go over the yard.
In the down there for a portion of time. But it needs to come a time where you need to stop leaving the UK for go for a portion of time to validate yourself in Jamaica. As long as you find a hit song is a hit song anyway.
But juggling,
talent.
Juggling, for instance, the real parties them where song break take place in Jamaica.
But that's the thing, song ain't breaking in party no more from the last 2.5 years.
Well, it'll come back, man.
Like we have to be real with that, Skatta.
It'll come back,
obviously,
man.
we see like me living in the UK for quite a time now.
Which song breaking our party in the UK?
Huh?
Which song breaking our party?
That song.
Yeah? See me don't know them.
Like because you're not living in the UK, so it's probably different in Jamaica. So basically, over the lockdown there was a nationalism. Like we start to support our own artists.
That's good.
And we start do a lot of live.
There you go.
And people start realizing, wait,
we can do it.
The music coming from UK to Jamaica is on par.
Yeah.
And I can't say that proudly.
Well, the perfect example of that, you know,
you can't say it proudly.
The perfect example of that is what's going on in the whole continent of Africa with Afrobeat. They don't need dancehall music, because you know why?
Anymore.
They have, you're talking about repackage?
Yeah.
They are now dancehall.
They're repackaged dancehall.
Dancehall used to be a colorful music, happy, and make you want to whine and move. People now do them something there with dancehall in Jamaica now.
Chopper them there.
Yes, the trap music were tight and stiff and serious and dark. That around dancehall now. We give up gold. People think that diamond more expensive than gold. Gold more expensive than diamond. We take diamond and give away gold.
No, but you see, to be honest,
you see that colorful colorful something the way Afrobeat have now.
Yeah, nice and so
sweet and make you happy and make you feel good. That's what dancehall was.
So that way. One something that when you shut up and bend over. I don't know, I don't understand a word they must say. But the song, bad.
Yeah.
And then you know word, you know what that's
it's an Afrobeat song.
That song is a brilliant song. You have so much Afrobeat song we're so brilliant. Like obviously, like they are using different way of marketing. So, like you realize
they have the people.
They are using TikTok to get their song across the world.
And them have the people.
Like
Jamaica now with our trap dance now. The youth them eat a little food, but how much people are support that for turn them in a millionaire? Only not make them. They talk to Jamaica coming up. Only not making no money.
I'm only not making.
Bro, come on. 3 million people there in Jamaica and another 2 million abroad. And we are support the dancehall trap arena. But it not spanning the globe. When you span the globe with music, for instance, in Africa, much people there in the continent of Africa, we support Afrobeat. We are reggae last in other something. Remember, you know, Japan, for example, Japan used to come to Jamaica. Japanese used to come to Jamaica and pay we. Them used to pay me for mix a song for them and pay them and for bill rhythm for them and whatever. And you know what them do? Them take time to learn everything. Them now want to see we again.
Do you think the same gonna happen to Afrobeats because of this management?
Them now want to see we. Them not need. I just threw them rate. Them have a kind of really love for Jamaican artists now. But nobody not bigger than Burna Boy and Whiskey them.
Yeah.
We still have to line up behind them, don't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so not them are the man with our music and our sound, man.
So
we have now.
Alright, Skatta, for more to produce a here now. You know this Afrobeats is tell me what form Afrobeat really like what sort of genre come together to make Afrobeat, or is just a new thing?
The drum and the bass and the little colourful phrases. Yeah.
Well,
because
where them get it from?
You see, the first thing is the African wine. Just check the dances where them doing in Africa, but everybody are move and a wine. Man, you see the dance where Jamaicans are doing with a little wine something. Wait, name? Different. The something in the street where the youth them are do, man. Africa that come from, you know. And our thing that that from Africa. That come from Africa. So we now try get back where we lose. But we never did have to lose it if we did still keep the drum and bass factor in the music, because that make you whine when you hear a bass line, it make you whine, you know. That then we'll take on this 808 thing, and that's something, that frequency there, and it's very dark, and frequency is a serious thing in the music, and a lot of people don't know. You have some artists only produce them songs in this key, with this frequency, because it is a hit. Dancehall have its frequency. The reason why Captain, Sizzla, Beanie Man and some of these artists are so great on stage, because they are pitched vocals artists. When him run out and say, he get in a frenzy. So when Captain run out on a show, nobody now sit down. When Beanie Man say, it gets you so that tone there. But the man them nowadays are relaxing and
No, but is it not demand and supply?
No, it's just a wave. We will follow fashion down there now.
Yeah, but it's been demanded for people.
It's not demanded. It's if something work and work beautifully, everybody are gonna follow.
We don't want that change, because obviously, realize say the songs them when even a DJ play them, they're not playing in the tempo range. A man can put 15 plus 15 on a song, and they play like so everybody listens like chipmunk.
Yes.
In terms of certain things in music, we are compared to Afrobeats.
Yeah.
You guys did have a role to play in that in terms the early 90s to the early 2000s, because you see the colourful bit.
Yes.
We never really lose it. It just changed from dancehall to our neighbours, which it was our Caribbean neighbours, the soca faction. They always keep the colourfulness, because we are Jamaican and we are Caribbean people.
But they never have the base.
No, we always segregate from them. That's why it never come together. That's why, remember, Africa is a continent.
Yes.
We keep on forgetting that. We always speaking about Africa like it's one country.
Yes.
And say Afrobeat. It's an entire continent.
It's a huge market.
So when we speak about that now, we as Jamaica, a little tiny island of what, 3 million little people? Not because our culture is worldwide and everybody know it. We never try combine with our neighbors. We have a different flavor and stuff. We only do it at soca time. you know what so you go. Only soca time.
Let me tell you this now. Let me tell you this. The Caribbean has been huge supporters of dancehall artists. In a country like Trinidad, where soca rule, Sizzla rule, dancehall artists them go there and churn out the numbers. The thing is,
Jamaica never support them.
The thing is, that is their culture. They don't, says Trinidad no want nobody support them, because you know why them support themselves. The government choose a special day where them have them little thing where them shut down the whole country Jamaica government ever shut down the whole country for nothing in a dancehall reggae? Tell me one day. There is the soca monarch thing we're going at Trinidad, and the entire country locked down, you know, no dancehall and reggae can't play in them time, you know, brother. And them put the big stage and them give about $10 million for the person who win, you know. Bungie Garlin win it a couple of years and then Marshall Montana become the Danite, you know. That's something that is a part of them history, and them culture, and them support it. And it's a one country supporting their music and people, them now come. I don't hear soca artists complain.
What I'm trying to say is, Skatta, why did we try to bridge that gap and try to mesh?
Because we don't need for that because we run the world, we influence the world.
So what you're trying to say? We are bigger than the soca market and the Caribbean faction.
We are the only country in the Caribbean that influences the world in music and sports.
Yeah.
Totally dominate. Huge. Jamaica.
That don't mean so we don't need help time to time.
We need to support each other like what you guys say you're doing now. In terms of realizing we have to just support each other. The youth them must support each other. Basically. You see the youth them now are the trap? They must support each other. But them now get the support from the people them out there because the people them don't know how to market the dancehall track there because we don't know how to. If you mix that in the club now, check the almost poppy club in America, where every genre of music play, Afrobeats, dancehall and so forth. You're not gonna hear none of these dancehall track, but you will hear a ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you will hear a Egyptian, and you will hear a certain type of dancehall play. Vegas, It not changed. It has not changed from the last 15 years. Now that is a shame because you have all of these youths with supposedly talent, but they are not.
You know one trap song play everywhere.
Skilly?
Squash. No, cinematics because you want that song mesh
I say that.
with the coffee. So
I say that.
That song play.
And it have some it have one like a phrase where the thing is with that rhythm, you know, it have a phrase in it.
Facebook, wake up. IG, wake up. YouTube, wake up. Twitter, wake up. TikTok, wake up. Wake up when you sleep too long. Bed pull down and lean up. No sleeping. You know, some Michaels represent for Sita Entertainment. We are talking about Sita Entertainment. That's where entertainment lives. So remember, check them out on YouTube, Facebook, IG, all social media platforms. And them are going. Wake up.